Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far. I have not taken any trades this morning. Nothing is set up. So, we're here. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Just made me some tea. We are rounding out the 9 a.m. high impact news event. So I really only had the first 23 minutes of the market being open for me to be able to trade. You guys know I stopped trading 7 minutes before a high impact news event. So at this point, all right, let me catch up because I haven't even been on the charts for the last 7 minutes. So right now I'm really just waiting on 2 full swings to happen. This candle happened right before 9:02, so just need 2 reversals and then I can start trading again. Good morning, Trenches. How are you? Good morning, Online Safety. Yes, thank God it's Friday. I am ready to relax. I'm ready to not think about trading. I don't have anything to study this weekend. Based on how today goes, I might have a few things to review. You guys know I really just only review stuff if I have a loss with a setup that I'm already iffy about or feel like I might want to change things with. So yeah, if we get any losses today, I might have something to review, possibly, depending on what the loss is. But aside from that, no studying is needed this weekend, so I'm happy about that. I did look over the one trade that I lost yesterday, and I told you guys it's not my favorite, and I had just lost that same trade on Tuesday. Well, I figured out why. With some trades, like the volume of the swings makes a difference in how I trade it. So for instance, like this here, if this volume of this swing was more than this, and this one was more than this, so like C is greater than B is greater than A is how I determine it. That's much different than if just this swing was greater than this one, which I would say C is greater than A. So there's a difference between C is greater than B is greater than A and C is greater than A. Same thing with C is less than B is less than A or C is less than A. It makes a difference in what the volume requirements are for a trade. So yeah, with that particular setup, there was a difference I did not realize. And that's that. So I was able to figure that out. So yesterday I think should have just been the 2 trades, the one I actually did take and the one that I took on Sim. That was the one that pushed off of the new session high. Those were the only 2 trades that I should have had yesterday. And that was that. And they both won. So not too shabby. So yeah, there shouldn't be much to review. There's a couple of things that I had to make adjustments with this week, but not too much, honestly. I told you guys every week I have less and less things to review, less changes or adjustments to make. So that makes me happy because I feel like my strategy is stabilizing itself now that we have more than enough data. Again, some setups just don't have enough data and I might at some point have to review it again. But for the most part, it looks like all 3 of my regular pullbacks are now defined as much as they probably ever will be. Divergence, same thing. So I might be all right, y'all. I don't know. We'll see. So let's just hope today is a good session. Let's just hope. All right, so we're just kind of like in a, I wouldn't say a weird spot, but kind of a weird spot right now. I'm really just wanting to see it kind of push beyond the zone. This is where my bias changed to a downtrend. So just want to see it push down. Couldn't push through. Can't take divergence, so I just gotta wait for the next trade. I was gonna say, please at least just reverse the bar. Y'all know I'd rather have a bar actually reverse on me than it wick me out and keep going. He gonna take a stab at what? Oh, but don't do that. If it drops from here. I'd rather you consolidate and push that way. Just let me be wrong. Good morning, Lisa. How are you this morning? Y'all know I don't like that. One thing I was looking at possibly, and I'll pay attention to it today, is I want to know if you guys know I don't do one of my divergence setups on Fridays. I really want to see if the divergence where like, so the volume of this swing right here is more than the volume of the previous swing down. I want to see if those particular divergences, if it still follows my rules, work on Fridays, because I'm wondering if it's only the opposite volume trend that doesn't work, because usually Fridays are trending days. So I'll be on the lookout today. We'll see. All right. This is pushed down almost 20 points from my entry. What was I about to look at? But yeah, I definitely want to see how those particular divergences work, because I kind of stopped really once I determined again, because I stopped trading them on Fridays, then I started back, and then I stopped again. But now that my rules are a lot more defined, I'm just wondering if they will work out. It makes sense why the other volume pattern doesn't work out. But with Friday typically being trending days, these divergences would make sense why they could work out. So I'll just kind of monitor them. If I feel like it, I might take them on sim, but I probably won't. That one wasn't a valid one, so. I want to see this pull back to 274.25. The goal today is to not miss any trades, not sit out of any trades unless I'm super iffy, just because I know that we won't get very many setups. But aside from that, don't want to sit out of anything. There's like 1800 volume in this candle right now. Alright, we pushed back too far. I'm looking for something in my notebook. Alright, we're at the overnight high right now, which the range was only like 27 points overnight. Alright, well, just push on down, why don't you? Oh, well, today is just not. These are all valid, so can't be mad at that. Zigzag change. I will tell you guys, I realized yesterday that I forgot to purposely blow one of my 25Ks on Wednesday, which I'm kind of annoyed about because I talked about the fact that I did want to. With the 50Ks, I wasn't really worried about doing that because I had got the balances back to positive and I got them back to full drawdown. But with that particular 25K, I actually should have purposely failed it. So, and it renewed yesterday, so I'm going to be kind of pissed if I end up failing that account. It's like there's only $700 in drawdown left, but it's only missing like $100 of the actual balance. So, no bueno. I thought bounce right off where we opened. Yeah. One thing I have noticed though, so this pullback right here, that loss, it was a pullback to my minor level, but it was weak. I have noticed that whenever this trade does lose, I should be able to get into the reversal, even though the reversal is not like an official setup, because typically a weak level indicates that a reversal is coming. It might not be like a long-term reversal or anything, but it's just letting you know that like the push down that this had was less than the previous push down, basically. So that makes this next pullback weak. So I have noticed that a lot of times when I lose that trade, I can get into the reversal, the immediate reversal, and it will win most of the time. So that might be something that I track, because if that's going to, not necessarily mitigate the loss, but at least be able to immediately get the loss back, then I'm cool with that, as long as it's something that is consistent. So basically all I would have to do is just go back to all of the trades that were pullbacks to a weak level that lost and just see what the immediate reversal looks like, because that's nothing but soon as I get into the trade, put in for the opposite trade to happen. And if the trade, if I'm in the trade and it goes far down enough, or far up, of course, if I'm in a buy, then I could just remove the pending order for the reversal. So, but that is something that I did notice recently. So I'll just start tracking it and we'll see. Oh, here's what I'm looking for. what is that level? Oh, that's the prior high. That's the wrong pen. You guys, I'm trying to look at I'm not worried about the trade that I just lost at the week level. I'm looking for the an example of the other one. I know my rules are super defined for that one. However, with not that one. Yep, I did lose a trade like this last Friday, actually. I remember it stopped me out by like a tick and went 130 ticks in my direction. And the only reason why I kind of am on the fence about reviewing that one is because my minor trend changed. So I call that a color change, since I showed you guys yesterday or the day before that my minor solar wind or whatever changes the colors of the bar. So there was a color change, and that particular trade, there was no pullback to any level. Like there was no level there at all. And it looks like whenever that happens, even if it doesn't pull back to my minor level, there's something that possibly needs to be there, whether it's the rotation level, a VWAP, you know, anything like that, which would make sense because if we have a trend change, right, we want the trend change to be supported by a pullback to something. Like we need something to help it push with the pullback. And with it basically being in la la land, it kind of lessened my chances of winning the trade. So I knew I had just lost something like that in the last week, and it literally was last Friday. And I remember that trade. I remember it. So we might got to look at that one. But like I said, the week trade, I'm not worried about that. The only thing I care about with the week level trade is being able to immediately get into the reversal to make it a break even. All right, so I'm still just kind of waiting for this little consolidated area to go away. I want to see a push below the prior high or a push up there into that zone. But yeah. Good morning, Applejacks. Guess who missed a smooth 50 to 70 handles because of my stupid 10 a.m. meeting? Oh no. These jobs don't care about us. Tell them all meetings should be after lunch. That sucks. Especially because this market has sucked all week. But yeah, that'll be the only thing that I would need to review. Which makes sense because in my alternate pullback, whenever I have a color change, there is a distinct difference between whether it pulls back to a level or not. So I probably just need to do the same thing with this, basically. This would have been a nice trade had the current open not been here. Good morning, St. Patrick's. Used to be a 2 p.m. meeting, but they changed it out of all the times to choose. Life's great, huh? Yeah, of all the times. Why that early? They must know that you're a trader. They're trying to keep you off them charts so they can keep you at that job. Why did my monitor go out? Oh, there it goes. Don't trade a lot of 1-bar pullbacks, but you know, what ifs. And you've done all of this pushing down, and now you don't want to push down. This is a joke. I can't even be mad because I don't even like one bar pullbacks anyway. And I'm probably going to take one bar pullbacks out, period, because I don't really trade them that much. And I've been telling you guys that I don't really like one bar pullbacks on this particular Renko settings. I loved it on the 20 tick chart, the 1 tick chart. But for whatever reason on the 16 tick chart, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. So we're just going to take one bar pullbacks out, period. They don't even set up enough for me to care about them. So I would rather just take them out. Not as a conspiracy. I think I figured out a good morning strategy, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. The only thing I would say is if you figured it out this week, just make sure that when the market is more volatile and has more volume, that it still works out the same. Test it on like the second week of March, and what was the other week? Basically any week, the week before FOMC week of any month, test your strategy on those days, like those weeks, because typically volatility and volume is so much higher the week before FOMC. And if you can get it to work in a high volatility market and a low volatility market, you're good to go. All right, when does this other one renew? All right, that one doesn't renew for 2 weeks, so. Yeah, that's the only thing that I would say. Anytime I'm like back testing, I always choose the weeks that I'll have the most trades, and then I try to choose FOMC week to look at as well. So like those 2 weeks are the best weeks to look at because you'll usually get the better setups the week before, then you might be a little iffy the week of. And like I said, if you could get it to work in both of those weeks, the other 2 weeks of the month, you should be fine. It should be. I really didn't want to take this one bar pullback, but I kind of had to because it's a setup. But like I said, we're just done with one bar pullbacks. Just put a big X through it. I really don't understand what it is about the 16 tick chart that makes it hate the one bar pullbacks. I don't know. I just don't know. Because it's not the fact that it rotated over the current open and prior close. Like, I take regular pullbacks that way. I'll even take a divergence trade like that. But I mean, you know, when you think about it, a one bar pullback is basically nothing. Like there's no significance whatsoever with the one bar pullback. So I just won't trade it. Like I can't even tell you guys the last time I even saw a one bar pullback set up properly. Let me see. It's like I avoid them for a reason. There was one on Wednesday. There was one on Wednesday. One on Friday. But the one on Friday was not like the one that I just took. So that's a little bit different. Yeah, it might set up like once a week, sometimes twice. So I might take it the other way around, but not that one that I just took though. I'm not gonna take it like that anymore. It's still dropping, yeah. Was looking for a reversal off of 226, but we pushed through it too far. Pushed too far up off of the prior close. I'm not gonna lie, to have such a shitty week of price action and for me to basically just be break even all week, I don't know why my monitor keeps going out. I mean, yesterday I did end up with the one trade that lost. It did make me like down $100 in 3 of the accounts, but remember I had the one trade that went with the leader but not the followers, so that one's just like break even. So to basically be break even after 4 days of trashy price action and then to be down $300 per account is pretty fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie. But we'll see. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. Expectations were super low all week anyway, so it's like whatever, I guess. Guess I can't even be mad at it. Why can't I do orders? I lost 3.8K on a 150K. Is that a regular? Okay. I have been thinking, you guys, about possibly If the 225Ks that I have end up blowing at some point, I am thinking about just canceling them, because I think I would rather have, well, it'll be 1950K PAs. Like, I think I'd rather just build up 50K PAs, not 20. I don't think I want any 25Ks besides the one that I have. Forgot to tell y'all that. So, yeah, like especially the one that just renewed yesterday that I carried the balance over for. There's $600 in drawdown left in it. If it does fail, I probably am going to go ahead and cancel it. Same thing with the one that renews on the 25th. Now the one that renews, let me see, 1st, 5th. I might. If either one of them fails by the 17th, I might just go ahead and pick up another 50K like around Friday of next week, just because I would be able to keep my renewals a week apart, because I already had the other two 50Ks are the 1st and the 5th, and then I have a 25K on the 9th, a 25K on the 25th. Those are the 4. So I would rather pick up a 50K and have it for the 17th, 18th, like somewhere around there, because you guys know I like to have them a week apart from each other. So yeah, we'll see. 308, 342. So yeah, I might end up doing that. We'll see. Nah, I'll be mad. Yeah, I am thinking about doing that. We'll see. All right. Yeah, let's see if we got enough. See if we have enough setups to be able to at least get back to break even for the day. That would suffice for me. Okay. We'll see. First, I was like, are we not going to work out because of this 1 bar pullback? So, like, I don't take divergence trades after a 1 bar pullback, but it's more like, all right, the 1 bar pullback is here, so I can't take this divergence. But this divergence should still work after the 1 bar pullback. But it was looking a little sketchy, okay? It was. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And but that's only if it fails by next week. Because I don't want to add another one before I really want to add another account, because I just feel like Apex is probably always at some point going to have an 80% off sale. I just have to hope that it's around the 17th. Like the 17th is the date that is included, because I do still want to keep my like 1 week apart renewals. I just like that personally, but I don't know. It's like after I did the math of how much you're really losing out on with having 25Ks versus 50, it was like, So, we'll see. Nutty said he's in a trade, and I don't think he was trying to be. I wonder if he had a hanging order. Good morning, Truth Seeker. How are you? Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Did I send that text message? I did not. I know volatility is low. This trade took like almost a minute. It was like 50 seconds. You guys know I'm used to like 15 seconds max. That's why the longer I'm in a trade, the more I'm like, no, you're going the wrong way. Should be precise, really quick, in and out. Still trading near the prior high, so I can't take any buys right here. Anyone having rhythmic data issues? Nope. Uh-oh. Getting an error saying rejected total buy quantity exceeds limit. I have 4 out of 4 contracts open, so I made a limit order to close the position. I'm getting an error when it hits the limit order. Oh, shoot. People's NinjaTraders are getting disconnected. Everybody's complaining about lagging right now. If you guys are on Rhythmic, are you guys having lag issues? I did the counter nutty thing earlier today. Hit a banger. St. Patrick's, please. Please. Listen, he's for real. Yes, True Seeker, I'm doing well. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm not gonna lie. It's my nephew's birthday, the little baby that you guys used to see all the time that's now back in daycare. He turned 3 today. Him growing up so fast. So we're having a little party for him tomorrow at this little kid's play place. So that should be fun. A very particular candlestick pattern. When he counter trades it, I double my size. Literally probably made an extra 8 to 10K off of it. Trade of 8 would never. Girl. Nice, St. Patrick's. Oh, thank you. I will be sure to tell him. It's my little baby. Let me see if I can find. I just saw him last weekend. Every time I tried to get away from him, he was, TT, come play. TT, come play with me. She's my little stinko baby. I know he's gonna have him too much fun because a couple of weeks ago was his older brother's birthday. And we went to Sky Zone. And when I tell y'all, he was so happy jumping on those trampolines. I told my grandma, I said, it's amazing how a business can make so much money with something so simple. You just got a whole bunch of trampolines everywhere. And kids are just eating it up, having fun. Trampolines. That's it. That's all you got to do. Kids like the weirdest things. Just like how they like playing with boxes that toys come in versus the actual freaking toys. Very weird behavior. Very, very weird. Thank you, Applejacks. Mine is fine now. I disconnected for a minute before market open. Thank you, Amelia. Yeah, I don't know if mine disconnected before market open because usually what I do is I'll open my charts and let me charge my headphones. Hold on. Actually, I need to charge my Xbox headphones too. So I don't know where my charger is for my other headphones. But anyway, yeah, usually I'll open up my charts and then I'll just draw the overnight high and low and then I'll go like get ready. I will buy NQ at 200 to 216 low long. Are you? Not multimillionaires. Yeah, it looks like Nutty got into some kind of trade that he wasn't trying to get into, and he lost an extra 240 because of it. What's your stop loss, Bond? Do have a major resistance level right here at 199.75, so we might be pushing into the zone. You guys know I don't take trades. Well, I don't take trades at the major resistance or support level if it rotates like it will here. You're long at 209 micro. It should go lower. We're creating a double bottom here. Oh, let me text my cousin. I don't know if y'all saw Nutty's video yesterday. He put the payout video back out because I think he said he was missing data or something the initial time. But y'all, when I tell y'all the pettiness that came out when he was talking about Patrick Whelan, I think Patrick maybe only had like a $13,000 payout or something in April, and when I tell y'all I was weak. And it's like, it's only because of how much shit he used to talk about Trades by Matt, Nutty, everybody. And just, you know, also showing these huge days, $100,000 day, $50,000 day, $20,000 day. And clearly you're continuing to blow these damn accounts Because there's no way that you're doing all of that and you withdrew $13,000. Like, it's no way. No shade, no hate, because I didn't withdraw $13,000. But still. Yeah. $250 is your stop, $250. But no, what's the price of your stop? 18,184. We almost got there. We missed it by about 4.5 points. Amelia, when I tell y'all I was cracking up, I said, oh, Nutty is on timing today, okay? He is not playing. He said, I'm going to have my petty moment. I said, oh. He said, and if you scroll all the way down, and he just kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, then you'll find Patrick right here with a $13,000 payout. I was like, good morning, Rio. How are you this morning? Happy Friday. But you also aren't selling classes. Exactly. And probably never will. Good morning, Christian. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Girl, me too. And I also don't tout myself as the #1 day trader on YouTube either. And I don't care how big my channel grows. I just wouldn't do that. I just feel like certain things, you are subjecting yourself to scrutiny. You talked so much shit about all of these different people, right? You're touting yourself as this person. Like, you have to live up to that now. And the thing is, I mean, we get it. It's a lot of what you do is for entertainment purposes. We know that you make a lot of money off of affiliates. You have to, because a lot of people on YouTube make at least, like, if you look at their number of subscribers, they make at least that, but most people make double that per month in affiliate commissions, sometimes triple or more. So we know that you make a lot of money from affiliates. And again, you should, because if all of what you're doing on YouTube to entertain people brings them business, you should be paid for it. Period. I've always said that. However, there's just certain things that make you look a little crazy. Just a little. Just a little bit. What level is that? Oh, I think that's the old. Yeah, that's the old level. I don't know. But yeah, his petty moment had me in tears. Why? Because why? He said, you know, the guy who donated $800 to my channel and then reversed it the very next day. Nutty gets crazy. My man Methodical is rocking the Patrick McLaren today. He is. I got his stream open, but oh, great. What is wrong with him? I didn't even pay attention to that. I just open everybody's stream and just let it sit there until I'm done trading. And, you know, sometimes I'll just peek in, like, because I have a couple of them going. So I might hear one of them say something and I'm like, oh, let me go check. Methodical. I got to go in and comment in his stream. He is crazy. I feel like it should be said I'm not that Patrick or any Patrick at all. Thank you for the clarification. Oh my goodness. I watched all that drama. That jerk was talking trash about his wife. Yeah, I heard. See, I wasn't really around when all of that stuff was happening, but he did say that, like, he was talking about his wife and about how he couldn't trade and he was insulting him. And I was just like, whoa. It's not that serious at all. At all. So now, you know, you can insult me, but you insult my wife. Nutty is finna be on all kinds of time and forever, okay? Uh-oh, somebody pissing Nutty off. I'm here because Nutty is legit. Can't believe everyone falling for the TVM scam. How do you have this kind of time to investigate? Okay, wait a minute. Who's saying that Trace by Matt is scamming? He's been scamming people the entire time. I think that they're trying to say that he's... Never posted anything, but I will watch you some and say this dude is not ever going to make money. You got me beat. Why you even have to tell him that? Anyway. I don't understand why they said... Somebody said, is he Matt Bureau of Investigation? I'm weak. Only issue I see would be someone advertising in 200K in payouts, but also spent 200K in payouts. I don't know why they're saying that TBM is a scam. I don't feel like scrolling back far enough, but it looks like they're upset because he doesn't show his account numbers. I'm confuzzled because what does that have to do with anything? Let me go scroll back far enough. Yeah, he says exactly because he won't show the account numbers. He's passing them all on news announcements. I don't understand the problem with not showing your account numbers. I mean, I don't show mine because I just don't know if it could be used for anything. I mean, there's probably been times where it accidentally flashed across the screen or something and I just never edited it out once YouTube processed the live. But I don't really see what people not showing their account numbers, what does it mean? Like, you can go to the Apex website and see the damn payouts. Like, what is wrong with people? I get so confused with some people because some people just really, y'all, don't make no damn sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm on Methodical Man's YouTube, too funny. He is crazy. Crazy as hell. And he's even, like, even though his account number doesn't show, he shows what account number he's on. So you can see, I think his lowest account number is like 22. Is it 22? I feel like it was 22. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. I watch too many people's streams. But still, I don't get it. People are weird. My nephew is probably more mature than them. These dudes are like children. They listen. I say that a lot. I say that a lot. Ooh. Missed the entry. Move it up a little bit. Oh, you bastard. That should have been a TP. I got filled higher. You fucking bastard. I got filled one tick higher than my actual, where I wanted my entry to be. So I got to break even out of it instead of a full win. Well, it's nice to see that the buy click button worked because that's what I had to do to get into it because I had just missed the damn entry. I would only be down 120 right now, which would be a whole lot better than down 200. Man, I think it's because that was a buy stop order instead of a... Hold on a minute. Hold, please. That was my first time using the buy click button though, so that was pretty nice. I really should have just kept the entry a tick lower than where I wanted it to be. All right, hold on, because I gotta go look. Close bar, one click. Click entry order, OCO. Do I not? Hold on, y'all. Valid entry limit. I don't know. That's annoying though. And this is why I don't want to, well, I mean, technically if it would have put me at the, where I was supposed to be, then it would have came one tick from hitting the break even. Well, no, it would have hit, yeah, it would have been one tick from the break even. Whatever. That's annoying. That's why I rather catch it when it's in a limit order versus when it's that stupid buy stop order, which is what that was. Also, let me put, there was no zigzag till bar 3. Well, that's annoying. Apex has a list of payouts, exactly. I feel like eating a high cholesterol breakfast sandwich for lunch today. I feel like you should not. You absolutely should not. Homemade McGriddle. Oh my gosh. McGriddles used to be so good when I was a kid. So good. Especially when they lessened some of the sweetness. Because when they first came out, the sweetness and the syrup of that bread was just a bit much for me. But McGriddles used to be so good. So good. There was also this breakfast sandwich that I used to get from Dunkin' Donuts that was pretty good. Even there, they have, I think they used to have an impossible version of it. The Impossible Burger version of it. That was really good too. I used to get that sometimes because there was this Dunkin' Donuts that I used to pass coming home from work when I used to work for the state. I can't believe that damn trade did me like that. Screw you. Somebody was timed out for 800, or no, not 800, 86,000 seconds. What did he say? Like a pig right now. These people are cuckoo this morning. It truly is the nastiness. Good morning, Bill. How are you? Trading is okay. Took a couple of losses, which is what it is. The first loss, I definitely have to actually write everything out, but I'm pretty sure that I kind of want that particular setup a little bit more defined, just a tad, because it's more defined on my alternate pullback and it's not on my regular pullback, and I would rather it be a little bit more defined because it does work out a lot better with the alternate. And then I lost the 1 bar pullback, which we just decided F the 1 bar pullback because yeah, doesn't set up enough for me to care. And that's really it. I think I lost 3 trades, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Then just had a trade here that broke even because I got filled 1 tick higher than I wanted to be. So it broke even versus getting the full win. Now that was trash. But aside from that, everything's all good. If there's any moms in the room, happy Mother's Day. One thing I won't lose is Bill. Bill. Well, I'm not a mother, St. Patrick's, but no, that was Bill that said that. I'm not a mother, but I'm still going to say thank you. I'll say thank you on behalf of my mom and grandma. Applejacks. You know Bill is crazy. You know what, guys? I want to tell y'all something. So if y'all are in the Apex Discord, I don't know if you noticed, but I have not been in there very much. And the reason why is because I'm kind of getting, I'm really getting annoyed. I'm not even getting annoyed at the people, like the users. I'm getting annoyed because I don't understand how the mods are upset or irritated at the way that some of the users are talking to them. But I've been saying that you get what you give. Now all of a sudden, this person is condescending, this person is disrespectful, da 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 da. But have you noticed that I don't get any condescending comments and rude comments spoken to me? And it's probably because that's not what I give to people. We can't talk about the vibe of the environment when you created it. So that's why I've been MIA. Like, I looked, and the last time I even messaged my trading buddy was like on the 30th. And I don't ever, we talk to each other almost every day during the week, you know? But I've just been off of Discord. I'll log in, I'll catch up on one particular chat, I'll answer like 1 or 2 questions, and then I'll log right back off, because I think it's just annoying that people don't take accountability. Yeah, it's very annoying. You're welcome, Bill. Yeah, the God mods. It's like, I legit just sit back like, do you hear yourself? And I told y'all, I've had to say on various occasions, like, I'm not sure why you're so upset with how this person is talking, because there's quite a few people right in here that speaks the exact same way. I've literally said it multiple times. All right, I'm not going to take the buy here, even if it sets up properly, because if you guys notice, we changed trends right here. We broke the bias zone right here for an uptrend, right? But we immediately rejected, and we haven't had the first pullback like on or above the zone yet. So until we get that, I can't really take any buys around here. Now, had we created some structure above here, we pull back, and then we just created another pullback on the zone, I could definitely take that. But this zone is still fresh, so we gotta wait, because this could just be it could pull back and then create some divergence off the top of the zone to push down. So we'll see. There's a mod that never answers a question. They answer a question with a question, but he isn't in there very much. It's a lot of hoopla. Hoopla. Like, there's one user in there that when he answers questions, he just like posts the link to whatever the FAQ is. Oh, I don't ever want him to be a mod, because he just answers the questions with the support link or the FAQ link. Huh? That's what you should be doing. Now, if it's certain questions, like sometimes I'll answer a question, but still, like, I'll put the link and then I'll answer the question. You know, sometimes I will do that. But other times, like, if someone's like, what's the consistency rule? Well, I'll just post the link. What's the flipping rule? I'll just post the link. What's the payout rules? I'll just post the link. What's the payout threshold? I'll just post the link. Because you need to go look at that. Even if you ask me what's the payout threshold for a 50K account, Sure, I could tell you 2600, which I probably will, but I'm going to post the link and say 2600 because if you decide to get any other account size, you need to be able to know where to go to see it. But I just don't like the double standards. I don't. I stay in a private Discord for this exact reason. Yeah. This is not my kind of trading. I'm red, but not too red. I love that I know who you're talking about. Oh, it's a lot of them, Amelia. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. Yeah, I'm red with you, but like you said, not too red though. I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm still below the 250 desired. Don't want to be past this number, but just knowing we subtract that 1 bar pullback, likely that very first trade that I lost, by the time I go through the data, that's gonna be gone. So what I might end up doing this weekend, heavy. What I might end up doing is just going through my most popular or most frequent type of setups just to make sure it's not anything that I want to be a little bit more defined. Just anywhere where there's not super defined rules, but more than likely I probably am not going to do it because I actually want to enjoy my weekend. I'm not going to lie, but yeah, the FAQs are very comprehensive. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to lie. They have been redoing them, which I'm happy about, because what the FAQ to me used to look like was we have a question and an answer, and every time someone asks something for more clarity, or you see that this particular question is asked a lot more and you need more clarity, you're just adding on to what you already have, and you've added on 7 times, and now you have this super duper duper long FAQ when you could just short, sweet, and concise that message. Like, make it just make it more concise, because it's like a lot of word salad, which I get because you want to be able to say like, hey, no, you did XYZ. This is the FAQ link. This is the screenshot. It's in there. You might have just read the first paragraph, but that's not my problem that it's in paragraph 7. You know what I mean? So I get it. But if somebody sends you a link, like, I just don't understand why some people don't just read the FAQ. If somebody posts a link for you, read it. Like, why would you want to depend on strangers? Because what if those strangers are wrong? Now, granted, you will hope that a mod doesn't tell you something wrong, but it could just be that they genuinely just don't know, or maybe something changed. You just kind of don't know. You know what I mean? But I would rather people just read. This is an independent skill that you need to learn. You're an independent person. Go read. Don't depend on other people, because I could tell you anything. Come on, market. What are we going to do? Are we going to create the uptrend? Are we going to continue to reject it? Which is what it looks like it wants to do. But I can't tell. Can't tell. All right, we're going to have another attempt. We're kind of stuck on this zone, and the VWAP is there too, so not surprising that we have this going on. Let's see if we get a breakout. Still don't really want to take any trades off of this. Every time we try to create another pullback besides here, you know, the zigzag changed here, the zigzag changed here. So there's a lot of seller pressure here. You just got to see like if it's going to actually push down and reject the bias change or what. Still pretty hard to tell. Let me show y'all this. So the zone that I have drawn right there. All right, let me go back. So this is where we're at now. This is yesterday's price action. Look how many times we bounced there. I had no idea any of this price action was there. And this is why I tell people, being zoomed in on Rincos is not really a bad thing. If you have things in place to help you draw certain zones and draw certain levels and stuff like that. You can even see this is from 3 days ago. The previous bias change zone that I had drawn at some point today, look at where that resistance was. I don't look that far back to know to draw something right there, but it works out every time. Every time. You can always tell when the person asking questions is young. They don't read or look up anything. Yeah, and you can always tell the little kids that ain't even supposed to be trading with Apex, because they'll always ask certain stuff like, what happens if you fail the ID verification, or can I use someone else's credit card? You dumb young kids. But then who will I blame when I inevitably blow my account? Not me, honey, because she sent you that FAQ. It was the mod's fault. I had working orders open through dark hours. Listen, some of the stuff that I've seen people say, my cat hit the button. Can I have my accounts back? What? I'm confuzzled. I deserve a free reset. This company is a scam. This shit is making me laugh. Can I use my mommy CC? I've seen some crazy stuff. You even see them talk about being in high school. Like, are you okay? Just dumb. Just young and dumb. Trying to determine if this pulls back to what about 29.75. I'm trying to see if I want to take it or not. To 31.75. Wait, that's not the number. What am I looking at? Oh, that is 231.75. Oh, look, seller pressure. I was going to take the buy off the top of the zone because technically that wouldn't, you know, this is the first, second, third, that's the fourth reversal at the top. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted to take it, even though we never really cleared it and created structure above it, but it looks like we're just going to resist anyway, at least for now. It was the best, the cat trading. Oh my gosh, it was weird. How did your cat know what to do? I'm confused. And why do you have your charts open when you're not at your computer anyway? My cat can do worse than the traders in there. Listen. Somebody was asking yesterday, like, I think it was yesterday. how do people build up to 20 PAs? Do they just full port, blah blah blah, whatever. And so, you know, we answered him. Some people full port, whatever. But one of the guys was like, you know, you, even though that people do that, you really should trade your evals like PAs. And somebody came in there and said something smart aleck, and I was like, all right, I'm out of here, because what? I just don't understand. Like, I'm in the full port room. I mean, I did full port an eval on accident while trying to fail it. That's not my fault. But it's very, I just can't believe people actually do that. I don't even understand, or I do understand why people full port like on news and stuff. But to me, if I have 10 accounts and I'm going to hedge it and go 5 one way, 5 the other way, why not? Okay. If I'm going to full port an eval to pass it, I personally would rather, because this is what you guys are probably going to see me do in the future. I'm not going to lie. So once all of these convert to PAs, I get my first payout and I purchase the next set of 3 or 5 evals to convert those, because I'm going to do it in groups. You are going to see on those evals, I'm going to trade my same strategy. However, I'm not going to trade one contract at a time, because the way I feel, so it's been 2 months now. Tomorrow will make 2 months that I've been on this Renko setting. My strategy has evolved big time. Like, the way my cheat sheet looked on day 1 versus what it looks like now, totally different, like night and day. And I think I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago my trade journal of like all of the trades, all of the losses that I've been able to mitigate by adjusting my strategy on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, and using the losses as ways of figuring out how to define my different setups, right? By the time I get to trading my PAs, and definitely by the time I get my first payout, I'm going to be pretty confident in my strategy at that point. You know, yeah, there's going to be some losses. That's absolutely fine, but I'm going to be pretty confident in the strategy. So there would be no need for me to full port with news or anything like that. Why wouldn't I just up my contracts? I'm not going to full port it, but I'll probably trade like 3 contracts per trade, maybe even just 2. Because I feel like 2 is really enough just so I can cut the time down to pass them. But I just don't feel a need to just for real full port, and definitely not losing half the evals to hedge. Like, that's just wasted money to me. To me. Other people, clearly not, but it's just a waste of money to me. I got on the Discord when I was bored. So much drama, get the popcorn out. Yeah. I accidentally did max contracts, but I thought I was copy trading 5 accounts. But you use Tradeovate, right? Because with Tradeovate, don't you have to do multiples of whatever? You got to do multiples of however many accounts you're trying to trade. But of course, if you don't turn the copier on, then you just multiply by that many, right? I don't really love Apex, full disclosure, so my method of passing them when they renew is full port them on my candlestick setup, and honestly, it works ridiculously good. Hey, listen, everybody has their zhuzh when it comes to props. For me, it's just about using the props for the leverage, taking a certain percentage of, so I don't think you were here, St. Patrick's, when I talked about this. So, my plan when it comes to getting to payouts is I have not worked as a nurse for the last 2 years. When I lost my hours to a girl who failed her boards twice and was not licensed, but because her mother was a manager there and at a previous time, she was able to take my hours. So once I got to that point, I just saw it as, okay, look, I'm ready to enter the next phase of my life. At some point, I'll start trading again. I do want kids in the future. This is the perfect time for me to take time away from the workforce, because once I have children, I can't just decide that I don't want work and I don't want income coming in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me just take a break from life right now. So I did that for the first year, but I did have a credit repair business, but I never took money from my business to like pay my personal bills or anything like that. So when I was on my debt freedom journey, I saved a lot of money, and I've been able to live off of that money very comfortably, and I'm nowhere close to going broke, even after 2 years. So when I decided to close my credit repair business down August 31st of last year, then it was like, all right, time to fully focus on trading, because this is what I've always wanted to master. I'm holding myself back. We're not doing that anymore. Let's just focus. So I started off with other strategies, and around New Year's is when I started focusing on volume. And now we're here. Changed Renko settings a couple of times. March 11th was the first week that I started trading this Renko setting. So at this point, the only thing that I care about when it comes to getting payouts is, number one, paying myself back all of the money that I've been using to live off of for the last 2 years. So a certain percentage, of course, will be put off to the side for taxes, obviously. A certain percentage will be put off to the side for paying my bills currently. And then a certain percentage will go off to the side for replenishing my savings. And then a certain percentage will go off to the side for paying my mother's house off. That's it. After that, it's do whatever the hell you want to do. But for me, the only reason why I care about sticking with Apex right now is just for the simple fact of leverage. Now, there is certain, like, I don't really care about end of day drawdown versus trailing drawdown. I scalp, so I really don't give a damn. It doesn't, either way, it doesn't bother me. But I just care about leveraging 20 accounts to meet those goals. And that's it. That's it. And once I've paid myself back, I've paid my mom's house off, I've replenished my savings, I do plan to continue to save a lot of money, because for me, like, my goal has always been to have a certain amount in high yield savings accounts to be able to just, that interest that you earn every month, every year, you can live off of that. And anything that you make on top of that is just bonus. Like when I was in my early 20s, I was directly connected, and I'm still directly connected to these people. I can call them right now, but I was directly connected to mentors who were multimillionaires who like live off the interest that they earn every month on their money. So everything that they make outside of that is just play money at that point, and putting into more investments so that you could just, if you decide you want to take a year off and do nothing, it doesn't matter, because your money is working for you anyway. That's what matters for me. I don't care about McLarens. I don't care about things. I never have, ever. I just want my money to work for me so that when I do want to do certain things like traveling and stuff like that, I'm good. Because my money is doing all the work anyway. That's just my thing. You use Tradeovate. It was the first time and forgot a step. I got you. Yeah, Tradeovate trade copier is a little weird when it comes to that aspect of it. Thank you, St. Patrick's. Thank you. I don't know, like I didn't grow up poor in any capacity. We grew up like very decent, right? But I'm just one of those people where like I take pride in doing better. Like if I have kids, when I have kids, I want my kids to live an even better life than I lived. And the only way for me to do that is to not do what my parents did or my grandparents did. Now we grew up better than my parents did. They grew up better than their parents did. So I see the progression, right? But I want an even faster and even better progression. And I just feel like if I see that everybody who works a job for 40 years, it kind of ends up being the same thing, why do I want to repeat that? I don't want that. I don't want that at all. It's not about being lazy or anything like that. It's just about knowing that you have so many more opportunities. And for me, if you can master a skill where you don't have to rely on people to buy from your business, to buy from you, if you don't have to rely on sales and you can make it financially, oh my goodness. the sky is not even the limit. Now, I do want to do some like real estate investing and stuff. As much as I've said for a very long time, I didn't want to because my parents were landlords. Seeing one of my best friends get his first property, he got it around, I feel like January. And he's kind of rounding out the tail end of the rehab so that he can put renters in there. It's been very cool to see that process. And I used to be a realtor when I was younger. It was my way of paying off the little bit that I had in student loans. But part of me does want to get into real estate investing at some point, but we'll see. We will see. All right, we got to push down off of the VWAP here. Bias will change back there. We definitely fully rejected that bias change for the most part. I mean, we did attempt up here to create some structure, but we had the prior high as well as another resistance level right there, and we just pushed on down. Yeah, I'm a realist, honestly. I'm not a pessimist. I'm not an optimist. I'm a realist. So it kind of makes sense why I have like some of the thought processes that I have. But even one of the senior mod, is he a senior? I'm pretty sure he's a senior mod. One of the senior mods or regular mods, it doesn't matter, in the Apex Discord, he was one of the people who got the $1 million payout. Well, I think his payout was like $982,000. And of course, he was asked to go live, and I'm pretty sure he declined it. Most people do. But either way, like, he just said, I'm just going to put my money into, I think it was treasury bonds. And he's like, I'm just going to live off of that money until I'm no longer, I can come back to sim. Because if you decline to trade live with Apex, I don't know the time that you have to sit out. I feel like it's a year, but I'm not sure. But you do have to sit out for a specific period of time, and then you could start trading again. So he's like, I'm just going to live off the interest of my money during this time, and then I'll just come back and trade again once the suspension is over with. My kind of guy. My kind of guy. All right, let's see. We got 20 minutes left. I don't know how this is going to end up, but I mean, I guess it's nice that I got more trades in today, but the reality is if 2 of the trades are not going to be a thing after today, I basically would have only had 3 trades today. So that's not really much, considering the volatility was, after 9 o'clock though, because before 9 o'clock there was practically no volatility, but the volatility did return a little bit, just a tad, but just still not a lot of trades. This week has just been kind of shitty, but it is what it is. Every time I go to Methodical stream, seeing that freaking McLaren behind him is insane. But you know what? When you troll so many people, what do you expect? You gotta expect people are gonna troll you back. Yep, Nacho. You're an optometrist. He did say in the Discord he was gonna do his own thing with the money. Yeah, it was Nacho. Yep. He said, I'm just gonna put my money in these bonds and live life. And I told him that is a goal of mine, but that's the way that you do it. All right, what do we have here? Can't take that trade. Let's see if we can get one last push somewhere to get another trade in, but We'll see. What is she talking about? I see a few people getting them like a couple days after. Mine's still waiting. I know I'll get paid. I'm just saying. What did you ask? He's still saying approved. Oh, I guess he's upset because some people have gotten paid from the 1st to the 5th. I guess some people got paid on the 8th and he's still waiting or something. Like, you already know the process. Everybody doesn't get the money, doesn't hit their account at the same exact time. Come on now. All right, I got somewhat of a little push. Oh, that's the prior close right there, so let's see how we react at this zone. All right, I could delete the top one now. We're back at that major resistance level. I gotta catch up on my DMs. Back at this freaking level. Got 15 minutes left. Applejacks, wasn't it you that we were talking, I think it was yesterday, about anything? Yes, it was you. Trading anything less than a 1 minute chart. There's somebody in the full port room that trades an 8-second chart. Now that, even for me, is a little bit much. Ooh. Oh wow, I think he uses the same exact. Interesting. I use that indicator. I wonder what his Rinko settings are though. Very interesting. He definitely is using the solar wind indicator. Very interesting. I could tell that it looks like he uses a, whatever his Rinko setting is, he's using a half, like his threshold is half of whatever his brick size is. That is so true. I heard Methodical just say you have to find a strategy that resonates with your personality. That is so true. I'm ready off another fat finger trade like Wednesday. Trenches. Your fingers need to go on a diet. Yo. Do you have anything in place where you could flatten very quickly? When it's not going according to plan, you gotta use the old oil field saying you'll have that on these big jobs. They act like it's a Forex firm and shady. Where's my money I asked for yesterday? I went in out. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, you know what the process is. You know it's, what is it, 5 to 7, 3 to 7, whatever. Something to 7 business days. Like, I know the affiliate payouts got sent pretty early because I think that I got mine on the 8th, if I'm not mistaken. And thank you guys for using my code. I appreciate it. Trust me, I appreciate it. 30-second on the open was my trade of the day. 2 contracts for 56 points. Ooh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I think 30 seconds is like probably the lowest I can go before my brain is like, cannot compute. What are we gonna do here? Pretty big push off of the major resistance level. I tell you guys all the time that the major resistance and support level creates a zone. So it's basically like rejecting off the top of the zone. It doesn't want to go inside of it. Yeah, that's nice trade. Nice. I just hit 53K on my account. What now to get a PA account? I'm really just waiting on some kind of pullback because I can't take a sell going back towards that resistance level. We got 10 minutes left. Who knows if anything will happen. Sounds pretty sketch, but it's really not bad. The candles all do the same thing on every time frame, so it just becomes a matter of speed. I agree with you. You can find structure on a 1-second chart. You can find structure on a 1-hour chart. It's just a matter of how fast, how often do you want to be able to trade? How fast can your eyes and fingers move as well? Because you might see the setups, but are you going to be able to execute? But yeah, you can find structure on literally anything. That's why you just have to find whatever setting is going to work best for your trading style. Methodical, definitely telling the truth. You just find what works and wear it out. Absolutely. Oh, it looks like, okay, Nutty got off. I wonder if he was frustrated from that extra 240 that he lost on that trade. 538. $485, 538. All right, that just invalidated itself, I think. Oh, actually, maybe not. Just kind of screwed myself a little bit. It probably is not even going to come back. Damn, y'all, that's the trade I was waiting for. I just read that all kinds of wrong. I think I read it wrong. Hell, at this point, I don't know shit. I just don't. Well, we're in it now, so whatever happens, happens. Oh, don't do that. You know what? If that comes back up there, I'll break even. Because I think I redefined that trade and I just forgot to write it down on my cheat sheet. Because sometimes I'll have stuff written down in pen and I just forget to like convert it to text so that I know. So if it loses, it's fine. It is what it is. Honestly, after today and after this week, I'm just over it. But I feel like I redefined it, but then I didn't at the same time. Yeah, at this point, I don't know anything. My brain is fried. What is structure? Because I hear it a lot, but not used the same way. Are you being crazy, Trenches? He's having lunch with a friend. Oh, okay, got you. Is it 5 different market structures? I ain't answering your question. Nutty ended green. Oh, great. Sometimes they get off before I can even check. 656. Nope, that's invalid now. What was I gonna say? I don't even remember. Yeah, I gotta relook at this because I know I redefined something in regards to this trade, but I don't remember what, if I'm being completely honest. Because I don't have it written down. Alright, but I am going to shut it down for the day because it's only 4 minutes left anyway, and I highly doubt anything happens because price action is sucked all damn week. So, pretty big losses today, but it's all good. The only thing, like I told y'all earlier, that I'm irritated about is the fact that I did not fail account 18 2 days ago, because I would have rather not carried the balance forward for this particular one, just because I wasn't even close to full drawdown. So yeah, that's that. So this is where we are going into next week. Basically, this is what my P&L is for the week, because coming into today, I was break even on every account except this one. I was up $100. So basically just ended the week down $200 for this account and then down $300 for these accounts. A little bit of a step backwards from last week, because the last 2 weeks I basically kind of just ended up a little bit break even overall for the week. So just a little annoyed with that, but aside from that, good learning lessons this week. I didn't have a whole lot that I needed to adjust, but there were just a few things, and those few things mattered, especially with a week like this week where there's not very much price action. You typically, well, I typically pay most attention to losses that I have on days where I don't have a lot of trades, because that lets me know that whatever like setup requirements that I have to get into a trade, it lets me know that they need to be adjusted. Because if I'm only getting 3 trades in a day and 2 of them lose, well, now we need to take a step back, because these are probably trades that only work well when there's a lot of volatility and a lot of volume. So there's a couple things I need to look at for today. The last trade that I just took, and like 2 other trades that I took. 1 bar pullback is gone, so I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, that's where we're ending. So kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. I told y'all Monday it was probably going to be an annoying week and with low expectations, so it is what it is. So going into next week, I'll just be focused on what I'm always focused on, trying to pass the next account, and mainly not sitting out of too many trades next week too. There weren't very many trades to sit out this week because there was no price action really, but that's really all I care about, multi. But yeah, you dead ass trenches. You know what market structure is. Why is you playing? Well, I mean, market structure to me is seeing support, resistance, higher lows, lower highs. That's market structure to me. You know, basically just what you see here, the higher lows and higher highs and how they react and things like that. But like if you take a 5-minute chart, right, and you put it, which is what I believe you trade on, and you put it next to a 1-minute chart or even a 30-second chart or a 1-hour chart, you're going to see that the same patterns happen no matter what time frame you're on. It's just a matter of how you want to trade them, or how you want to trade it, and which time frame you want to trade on. Even if you put up like a 1,000 tick chart, or a 1,000 tick chart, or like a volume based chart or a range chart. A range chart is a little bit different because I believe range charts makes it almost look like wrinkles. But you'll see that the market moves the exact same way no matter what time frame you use. You have a great weekend as well, online safety. You're down the same today, 3:30. Listen, we're twins today. I don't know if you're going to continue trading, but you know, I'm done. We're done for the day. But yeah, so I thank you guys for tuning in today, this week, the last couple weeks, the last couple months. I've now been on YouTube for going on 5 months, and it's been a nice little journey. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day and also have a great weekend. Be safe. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I will see you guys Monday. Bye, guys.